Dear learners, I welcome you in this video where you will learn about an important topic of microeconomics, law of diminishing marginal utility. After watching this video, you will be able to explain the meaning of the term utility. You will be able to understand the law of diminishing marginal utility. You will be able to understand the assumptions of the law of diminishing marginal utility, and you will be able to explain the exceptions to the law of diminishing marginal utility. Let us first understand why there is a need to study the concept utility. Utility is the basis of consumer demand, or we can say to study the consumer's equilibrium, we need to understand what is utility. So before we come to the utility, let us understand what a consumer equilibrium is. Equilibrium means a state of rest from where there is no tendency to change. A consumer is said to be in equilibrium when he or she does not intend to change his or her level of consumption, that is, when he or she derives maximum satisfaction from the commodity. Consumer's equilibrium refers to a situation where the consumer has achieved maximum possible satisfaction from the quantity of the commodities purchased given his or her income and prices of the commodities in the market. There are two approaches to study consumer's equilibrium, and these are cardinal utility approach and ordinal utility approach. Cardinal utility approach is also known as Marshall's utility analysis, whereas ordinal utility approach is also known as indifference curve analysis. Consumers demand a commodity because they derive or expect to derive utility from the consumption of that commodity. The expected utility from a commodity is the basis of demand for that commodity. Though utility is a term of common usage, it has a specific meaning and use in the analysis of consumer demand. So let us study what utility is. Utility is defined as the power of a commodity to satisfy a human want, or we can say utility of a commodity is the total amount of psychological satisfaction that a person gets from consumption of a good or a service. The concept of utility can be looked upon from two different angles, from the commodity or product angle and from the consumer's angle. From the product angle or commodity angle, utility is the want satisfying property of a commodity. Whereas from consumer's angle, utility is the psychological feeling of satisfaction, pleasure, happiness or well-being which a consumer derives from the consumption, possession or the use of a commodity. Let us now understand how utility is measured. Though utility is subjective and cannot be measured quantitatively, yet for the sake of convenience, it is measured in utils, especially under a cardinal utility approach. Marshall suggested that the measurement of utility should also be done in monetary terms by converting util into money. So, under a cardinal utility approach, I can say I get a satisfaction of 10 utils after consuming one apple, or 15 utils after the consumption of one orange. Utility of rupee can be assumed to be any number such as 1, 2 or 3. Let utility of a rupee is assumed to be 1 util. Then 10 utils will be equal to rupee 10, or we can say 1 util will be equal to rupee 1. For example, if I say I get a satisfaction of 10 utils after the consumption of an apple, it means that satisfaction will be equal to rupees 10, which means either I eat the apple or keep rupee 10 in my pocket, I will get the same satisfaction from both the events, eating an apple or keeping rupee 10 in my pocket. So utils from 10 rupees will be 10 utils. Similarly, After the consumption of an apple, I am also getting 10 utils as satisfaction. Now let us understand what marginal utility is. Marginal utility is the addition to the total utility derived from the consumption of an additional unit of a commodity. And the formula for calculating marginal utility will be TUN minus TUN minus 1, where TU is the total utility and N is the number of units which we are consuming. Or the another formula is change in total utility divided by change in X, where X is the commodity. For example, if the total utility or satisfaction which I am deriving from the consumption of one apple is 10 utils, and if I eat two apples, maybe my total utility is 18 utils. So to find out the marginal utility, I will use the formula total utility of n unit minus total utility of n minus 1 unit, which means 18 minus 10, which is 8. So marginal utility will be 8 utils in this case. Total utility is the total satisfaction obtained from the consumption of all possible units of a commodity, and the formula is TUN will be equal to marginal utility of first unit plus marginal utility of second unit plus marginal utility of third unit plus marginal utility till n unit. So if we are consuming 4 commodities, so marginal utility derived by each commodity will be added and the value of total utility will be derived. Or we can say total utility of an unit will be the summation of all the marginal utilities of all the units which we are consuming. Taking the same example of apple, so if marginal utility of first apple was 10, marginal utility of second apple was 8. So to find out the total utility, 10 plus 8, which will be equal to 18. So total utility derived from consumption of 2 apple will be 18 utils. So let us understand the relationship between total utility and marginal utility. So in the given schedule, we have units of apple consumed, marginal utility in terms of utils, and total utility in terms of utils. So if we are consuming 0 apple, that means no apple, there will be no satisfaction, there will be no utility. If we are consuming 1 apple, so the marginal utility will be 10. That means from the consumption of that apple, I am getting a satisfaction of 10 utils. So my total utility will also be 10 utils. When I am consuming the second apple, maybe the additional satisfaction which I am getting is 8, which is nothing but the marginal utility. And to find out total utility, I will add 10 plus 8, which is 18, which is the total utility. Similarly, if I am eating one more apple, which is the third one, maybe I am getting an additional satisfaction of 6, because my hunger is already satisfied to some extent, and maybe the additional satisfaction would only be 6. And to find out total utility of these 3 apples, 10 plus 8 plus 6, 24 will be the total utility. And there will come a point where when you are consuming an additional apple, maybe you will vomit because your hunger is already satisfied. So maybe at 6th apple, you are getting a satisfaction of minus 2. As a result, if you add all the utils, all the marginal utility of all the apples, you will be able to find out the total utility. So if you closely observe this schedule, you will find whenever the mu is positive, the total utility is increasing at a diminishing rate. The point where marginal utility is 0, total utility is maximum. And when mu is negative, tu starts falling. So these are the 3 major relationship between total utility and marginal utility. So if you plot these values on a graph, where on one axis you are taking number of units of the fruit which you are consuming. It may be apple or an orange. On another axis we have utility, total utility and marginal utility. So if you plot the values of total utility and marginal utility from the schedule which we have just discussed, this is how the total utility curve and marginal utility curve will look like, where marginal utility curve will be a downward sloping curve. So the first relationship between marginal utility and total utility is mu is the rate of change of tu, or we can say marginal utility is the rate of change of total utility. It means that total utility increases as long as marginal utility is positive. Marginal utility is declining between the range AB but is positive. So total utility is increasing at a diminishing rate. Total utility is maximum when marginal utility is zero. So in the graph, if you will see, when you are consuming 5 units of the apple or an orange, the marginal utility is zero, and at this point total utility is at its maximum. And the third observation is total utility starts declining when marginal utility becomes negative, or when it is less than 0. So after the fifth unit, you will find the marginal utility is becoming negative and the TU curve starts falling. So these are the three relationships between total utility and marginal utility. Law of diminishing marginal utility states that as more and more units of a commodity are consumed, marginal utility derived from each successive unit goes on diminishing, consumption of all other commodities remaining the same. For example, when you are thirsty and when you drink the first glass of water, maybe your satisfaction is maximum. When you are drinking the next glass of water, because you are still thirsty, you will get certain satisfaction but lower as compared to the first glass of water. Similarly, if you drink the third glass of water, it may give you some satisfaction but less as compared to the previous glass of water. So that is the reason we say when we keep on increasing the consumption of the commodity, the additional or marginal utility that we are deriving from each successive unit goes on diminishing. And that is what we call it a law of diminishing marginal utility. Let us understand it with the help of a marginal utility schedule. So if we are consuming zero commodities or no commodity, maybe your total utility will be zero, your total satisfaction will be zero. If you are consuming 1 unit of a commodity, maybe your total utility is 30. So as the case with marginal utility. When you are consuming 2 units, maybe your total utility is 50 and the additional satisfaction from the second unit is only 20 utils. After the consumption of one more unit, when you are consuming total 3 units, total utility will be 60, whereas the additional utility from the third unit will be only 10 units. And maybe after that, when you will consume more, it will give you a negative satisfaction of 5. So your marginal utility will be minus 5 and your total utility will be 55. So when you keep on consuming more and more units, the additional utility or marginal utility keeps on diminishing, and that is reflected in a marginal utility curve where it is a downward sloping curve. So as the quantity is keep on increasing, the marginal utility will start diminishing or decreasing, and marginal utility curve will be a downward sloping curve. There are certain assumptions for the law of diminishing marginal utility. So let us quickly understand these assumptions. The first assumption is that it is assumed that utility can be measured and a consumer can express his satisfaction in quantitative terms like 1, 2, 3. Unit of measurement of utility is util, or we can say utility is cardinal. The second assumption is unit of the consumer good must be the standard one. Quality of the commodity should not undergo any change. For example, if I am drinking a normal glass of water, the second glass of water should be of normal temperature. Because if I drink the second glass of water which is having a cold temperature, maybe I will get more satisfaction. So, unit of the consumer good must be the standard one. And third assumption is that consumption should not proceed at intervals. It should be a continuous process. So there should be a continuity in consumption. Next assumption is consumer should be a rational person. This means that he or she prefers more quantity to less quantity of a good. The another assumption is consumers' taste or preferences must remain the same. Time period of consumption should not be too long because consumers' tastes, habit, income, etc. may change if the time gap is more in the consumption. The price of the substitute and complementary goods should also not change. If these prices change, it may be difficult to predict about the utility derived from the commodity in question. That is the reason we say all other factors remaining constant. And the another assumption is the mental condition of the consumer must remain normal for studying the law of diminishing marginal utility. The law of diminishing marginal utility is not applicable in all the situations. There are certain exceptions to this law, and the first exception is a miser person is not a good subject for this law, as his desire for more wealth may in fact increase with every successive increase in the accumulation of wealth. Similarly, a collector of rare articles like stamps, coins, paintings may escape this law because with each successive unit which he is collecting, maybe he is more satisfied. So the law will not apply to a collector of rare articles. The law may not also apply when it comes to a melody recital or a beautiful scenic view because with each new scenery, maybe you would like to see more and the law will not apply. So, in this video, we have understood the meaning of the term utility, law of diminishing marginal utility. We have understood the assumptions of the law and few exceptions to the law of diminishing marginal utility. Let us now check what we have learned in this video with the help of some multiple choice questions. And the question number 1 is which of the following defines the relationship between total utility and marginal utility? And your options are A. TU is maximum when MU is positive. B. TU is maximum when MU is negative. C. TU is maximum when MU is 0. D. TU is maximum when MU is 1. And the right answer is C. TU is maximum when MU is 0. Which of the following law states that as more and more units of a commodity are consumed, marginal utility derived from each successive unit goes on diminishing, consumption of all other commodities remaining the same? A. Law of equimarginal utility. B. Law of diminishing marginal utility. C. Law of demand. D. Law of supply. And the right answer is B. Law of diminishing marginal utility. Which of the following is an exception to the law of diminishing marginal utility? A. A miser person. B. A collector of rare articles. C. Scenic beauty. D. All of the above. And the right answer is D. All of the above. Which of the following is not an assumption for the law of diminishing marginal utility? A. Utility is cardinal. B. Unit of the consumer good must be the standard one. C. Continuity in consumption. D. Irrational consumer. And the right answer is D. Irrational consumer. Thank you for watching this video.